Oh my god. Hey. Hello. I am weird about music. What we're gonna do today is a little game I like to call Spotify Russian Roulette. There are 895 songs in my liked music tab. I'm going to randomly choose 4. The catch is that I have pre-picked and inserted 2 songs that I think are, in my humble and extremely subjective opinion, mid. Tell me if these words make you feel something. Cars. Red City. Speed. A need for it, perhaps. If you grew up the way I did, that is to say, in the shadow of your undeniably awesome older brother, you may or may not have gotten your grubby little fingers on an unassuming game called Need for Speed Most Wanted. Not that one, the other one. It was a pretty moderate racing game where you got some cars and maybe painted them, and I don't know, I'm not really sure if it was actually a good game. The one guarantee held within this modded DMV driving simulator is that the music was consistently brilliant. Butterflies and Hurricanes is unique because of the weird airplane bleeps. No, wait, okay, someone please tell me they also hear airplanes in the first blips of this song. I don't know why I associate it so irreversibly with airplanes and airports, but it's haunting me, and I'm afraid it'll steal my firstborn the moment I sign the adoption papers. Alright, I'm done. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Butterflies and Hurricanes is unique because it was crafted by Muse. And that's really all the justification you need, because Muse is famous for tracks like Supermassive Black Hole, and Uprising, and Take a Bow. Just kidding, Take a Bow isn't that popular, but it deserves so much more attention because it is genuinely so good. No, Butterflies and Hurricanes is unique because you're forced to acknowledge the vocals and strings in tandem. I am a violinist first and foremost. I notice when there are good things happening in the strings section. Even then, sometimes I fall into a habit of ignoring some glorious instrumentals. The song doesn't allow you to do that. The drums command your attention, and when they have it, you start actually listening. And when you start actually listening, you notice swings and swoops, and a torch passing of power across sections. And don't even get me started on the
Yeah, good. That's fantastic. Can we just now?
Are those cellos? You madmen! You can't just do that to me! If you like Butterflies and Hurricanes, I'd recommend Cody Fry for his instrumental qualities. Claude Debussy. I want to say Debussy, but my heart says it's Debussy. Claude Debussy specifically for La Plus Calent. And Franz Ferdinand, because that's a really funny, vaguely similar band to mention out of nowhere. Another track I listened to frequently when I figured out how the MP3 player in Need for Speed Most Wanted worked was Zoom by Last Dinosaurs. And even today, it reminds me of failing to stop at red lights because the game was so tuned toward racing that trying to normally drive was like steering a sled across a sheet of ice at 76 miles per hour. Are you seeing a trend yet? It is frankly disturbing that 2 whole tracks hit this hard. I think maybe I should have just cheated and written about Zoom, but this is fine too. I'm fine. I'm so normal about the Need for Speed soundtrack. Guys, I'm so normal.
Who am I to say what any of this means?
We are not getting into this monster today. If you happen to know your Enneagram type, Sleeping at Last's album under the same name may or may not have you on the floor in the fetal position at 2 a.m., questioning all your life decisions and your relationship with your family. Instead of stumbling into a hyper-specific rant about generalized anxiety disorder and what kind of cheese the moon would be, I'm gonna illustrate this section with a whole lot of Rex. I've been listening to Sleeping at Last since middle school. My favorite albums are Atlas 1 and 2 and Yearbook. Enneagram can pack a punch, but I've got a lot of nostalgic value on those other saps. If I were to single out a song from each album, it'd be Neptune, Touch, and Homesick, respectively. I almost said Homestuck. That's crazy. A few days ago, I was listening to Creature by Half Alive in my car. Not that one, the other one. And there was a very small, belated moment in which I was like, this is kind of similar to Sleeping at Last. So take from that thought what you will. I have no idea if it has a spine. I always appreciate a piece that can utilize crescendo or swell like 9 does. Off the top of my head, other works that do this exceptionally well are Adagio by Tusek. Who would have guessed? I Hear a Symphony by Cody Fry, and Smetana's Vltava. You know, like the river? The Czech river Vltava. Go on, listen to it. Listen to how it sounds like a river. So I just drank an entire ocean bomb. Let's get one thing absolutely clear. I'm pretty sure we're never gonna be talking about Come Home the Kids Miss You on the channel ever again, because I only have First Class in my liked music. So to make up for the fact that I'm never gonna talk about him, and also I didn't have a lot to say about First Class, you're about to find out why. I have absolutely nothing against Jack Harlow. I don't think he's done anything. Like, I don't hear about him. I don't see him anywhere. So like, I feel like I'm just beefing with a figment of my imagination right now. But I noticed across the entire album, consistently, his music reminded me of the sensation of ADHD paralysis. Like, you're taking in too much at once and still not processing it. There's not a lot going on in Jack Harlow's music. He has really good instrumentation in First Class. I really like the wiggly background bits and the piano and the glamorous voice in the background. That's very nice. And I also really like to pretend that he was saying amorous, because I really like the word amorous. I think it's great. I think it should be used more. Guys, guys, hop on this one. I find that I prefer music that is a lot everywhere all at once. I need music that is hydrogen bomb, not coughing baby. Do you get me? From Come Home the Kids Miss You, my favorites were State Fair and Poison. But also I wanted to note that the beginning of Side Piece sounds like a liminal space, and I will not elaborate on that fact. So First Class by Jack Harlow is a bullet because I can't say anything about it. If Jack Harlow came on in the car, I feel like my best friend would give me a certain look that I know very intimately on her face that tells me she's got questions. Yeah, Jack Harlow, I'm sure he's a great guy. Brittany Broski wants to talk to him, which is probably good. You know, he probably donates to charities and stuff. He likes his mom. I was only supposed to talk about one piece of music, but you know, he's probably never gonna be here again, so. I listened to this song for the first time approaching home on the drive back from college for winter break. By the time it reached its powerful climax point, I was in the drive-thru of my favorite local coffee joint, and there were tears streaming down my face rapidly everywhere, could hardly see. I cannot summarize this song in a way that matters. You have to listen to it on your own. Plenty of people know who Kendrick Lamar is by now. I literally had to update my script because something that packed a bit of a similar punch for me, though I haven't listened to the entire album that it's native from, is Lithonia by Childish Gambino. Other than that, I like Frank Ocean. He's worked with Kendrick before. I don't know. Hey, you wanna see me body that guy? Hey, more reporting to you from underneath a blanket. I'm here to talk to you about Skyfall. I'm gonna be honest, Skyfall is in my liked music because I added it to one of my character playlists for my books, and I forgot to delete it from my liked music. But it doesn't really matter because blends use all of your music anyway, so I can't even hide from my friends. My novel playlists are notoriously pretty lengthy the longer I work on them, so it's not really surprising that Skyfall slipped through the cracks. I really do like the song a lot. I don't even remember watching Skyfall is the thing, like the movie. It's called Skyfall, right? I do remember my Kingsman phase, which was very intense and lasted for like a weirdly long time. It had me in a pretty big tizzy, so I'm pretty sure it's good that I forgot Skyfall, actually, because I think it would have killed me, actually. Just between me and you, I think it would have destroyed me. I'm pretty sure I can get away with not remembering Skyfall, because if I did, it might change my life. I still remember the Quartermaster. I think he was in that one, right? The guy with the curly hair. How do you describe the fact that this song just makes you want to save the world? If you haven't been persuaded by national anthems, I'm pretty sure this one will get you. And if you're a lover of national anthems, oh brother. The progressions at 150 and 210, I don't know what they're called, but the top note reeks of hope and redemption. It prepares you for the climax of the song so disgustingly good. I actually hate it. And I wanted to note that the strings at 410 sound so glorious that I'm pretty sure they'd fall apart really fast in a high school orchestra. I can already hear it. I also wanted to note the line 1,000 miles and poles apart is hard. That's hard. That's insanely hard. Incredible. And everybody knows I'm weak to a good old choir doozy. If you have any songs that you like with pretty good choir backing, like anything where it's like a bunch of voices in the background, you know what I'm talking about. It's you'll probably notice as I talk about more music. If you have any recommendations for more songs like that, send them over. I am a bottomless pit for choir music. If you want to know my favorite opera singer, it's this guy. I'm having a great time. Oh, wait. What? Oh, right. There's also them. I've recently found myself enraptured with a webtoon. I know. I've never said it here, but I have a bit of a vendetta against webtoon. A lot of their most famous products are ones I don't like. I am 150 episodes into the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint webtoon, and I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Literally the only drawback is my subjective preference for pacing. If you like Skyfall, I'd recommend 2 shots of vodka and a 6-month coupon to your favorite local therapist. Ow. Hey, wait. Is this DPR section? He doesn't deserve this bullet. Why do you look familiar? What the fuck is that? My main complaint is a pet peeve. Cursive singing. Right from the gun, you peg DPR's style of singing. It is unavoidable, and when I heard it for the first time, I had a little giggle. It's just not my sort of thing. I don't jive with such saturated vocal wiggles. That doesn't mean his holy shit 4 million other monthly listeners have to agree with me. Counterpoint to this whole thing, I don't know if I just got used to the cursive. This song is indeed in my like music. You can pry that bass solo from the clutches of my cold, dead ribcage. But the rest of his portfolio is normal. Don't Go Insane is the only one with a consistent lilt that tipped me off. DPR Ian, if you see this, you are perfect just the way you are. And I'm a blubbering fool on the internet who is very specific about the music she listens to. Keep doing what you're doing. It's obviously working.
It is 1:19 in the morning. I have 3 homework assignments due tomorrow. I took my flash drive out before I closed Adobe, which means it's going to explode. And tonight is the night that I finally finish this video. Next in line, we have Sasaki to Miyano reaction videos. No, I am not kidding.
Did you get a look at their faces? I think they were first years. Look pretty young.
Holy
That's
shit,
the only thing I
man.
picked up on, though.
Oh my god. How does the face card make you black out? I fear that's crazy. Does nobody else think that's crazy?
But I've already started to bite off more than I can chew with that one because of course I did. What else do I do with my life? All I do is do shit that I'm not mentally or physically prepared for. We also have a video about Trigun in the works. I'm hoping that will come out before Trigun Stargaze, but nothing ever goes my way ever, so thank you for watching. I'm very glad you're alive. I'm glad you're here. I hope that we can see each other again in like a month or 2 when I come out with this stupid fucking Sasaki to Miyano reaction video. I really hope YouTube doesn't kill me with a mallet.